Peace to the gods and the goddesses of the nation, of the land, and of all creation. We're going to set things straight right now. Because it's apparently that I made some people mad about talking about poor little Eminem, who when he was 16 years old, got his heart broken by a black girl. So out of retaliation and trauma and fear, that poor little boy, he went in that studio and he made that song and he put his heart and his soul inside of that song. And he said, black women are bitches, black women are dumb. And he made his statement. But it was all out of the act of immaturity. Are you fucking kidding me? See, let me just say this. This is the reason why our society is the way that it is today. And I truly indeed blame our parents for this shit. Because if our parents would have instilled in us humility and accountability for your actions in the things that you do, then nobody would justify him saying that shit in the sense of, oh, he was a fucking kid. Listen, at 15 years old, I knew what was right and what was wrong, what was to be said, what was not to be said, what I could do, what I couldn't do, where to go, where not to go, who to talk to, who not to talk to. I was not a retarded kid. Excuse me, I rephrased that. Mentally disabled kid. I was not stupid to the streets. I was not so immature that I did not know what to say and what was wrong. I knew the difference between what was a racist person, what was a person that was not racist, what was criticism, what was constructive criticism. I knew right from wrong when I was 15 years old. And for all of the people sitting out there trying to justify this man because he was a kid, first of all, it would have been one thing if he would have said that to the girl who hurt him. But instead, he took it upon himself and put it inside of his notebook to go and diss a majority of black women. Not one. Not the one who hurt him. He could have made a whole song about that female and it wouldn't have meant not one thing to me. But when you went out of your way to go out of that box and reference an entire race of women, there is no justification, and there's nothing you could really say that's really going to justify that. I don't give a fuck how old you were. You were 16 years old. You had already experienced life to know the difference between racism and something that's just not racism. There is no excuse for all, and this goes to you white people who's sitting up here, justifying and defending him. Get the fuck out of here. That just lets me know the type of person that you are. Just because he was 16 years old, that doesn't mean I have to excuse it. Just because he apologized about it, that doesn't mean that I have to excuse it. Did you excuse Kevin Hart? After he apologized for some shit back years ago, and they still was bashing him. Does that make some what's the difference between him and what him and Eminem said? You got people that's killing people, raping people, that will go that did that shit when they was kids. So do they deserve justice now? Do the kid Eric, the white boy Eric, who killed the little boy in the woods in Attica right now, Attica State, New York State prison right now, when he killed the little boy in the woods and sodomized him, and he was a kid, he was only like 10 years old, dude, should he be let go free? Won't you go tell that to that little boy parents? Go to that little boy parents that he killed and ask him, do he supposed to be let free because he an adult now, because he matured? What's right and what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. If you did something and you was wrong about it, you did it and you was wrong. Accept the consequences. It's the part of being an adult. But don't sit up here and act like everybody's supposed to forget things that you did because you ain't did at that. You want to come out years later. If you was really sorry about what you did, that shouldn't have never even hit the surface. When that track shouldn't have never even left the studio. When that track left the studio and broadband to the world, you meant what you said. That's the difference between being real and fake. That's the difference between the people like me and people like you. People like you are folders. People like you are weak. People are like you don't supposed to be here. This world is not supposed to be with people who accept, because I'm not accepting anything. I'm not making excuses for anybody. You do something, you do it. I can understand if you lower than 10 years old, you're a little kid, you just repeating maybe something that you heard your parents say. But once you become at the age of a teenager, once you in school and you learned about history and all of the things that black people have struggled in this nation, and you still take it upon yourself to do something that's not right and that disrespects a certain race, you could have, like I just said, you could have easily went and made a song about that specific girl who don't make songs about specific people. Because I'm making a video specifically about Eminem and Nick Cannon. But who doesn't make, if you drowning in pain, just, okay, I'm in a relationship with a girl. She break my heart. I don't go kill her whole family because of it. I don't disrespect people that she may know because of it. If it's between me and her, it's between me and her. I don't involve other people into the problem. I don't take it upon myself to say just because one woman hurt me, I hate all women. It don't work like that. You can't just get hurt by, okay, you was messing with a black girl. So what? She hurt your feelings. Okay, you made a song about her and diss that girl. Whip-de-doo. But when you take it upon yourself to reference a whole entire race of black women, that's where the problem started. And if you're 16 years old, when you made that track, you knew what you was doing. Once that track left that studio, you meant what you said. And half of the people that be talking, man, I wish I was in my face. I wish. But regardless of the fact, man, peace to the gods and the goddesses of the nation, of the land, and of all creation. When I say that, I'm not just referencing black people. All creation. You included, white people. All creation. This means respect for not just black women, white women, Chinese, Puerto Ricans. It doesn't matter. It means respect unless she's violating you. I can understand you going at her right then. But just to reference a whole entire race of a people that, and you go and then want to come back years later and apologize after people done found out the shit that you done said, that doesn't pacify me. It doesn't make me feel any better. Because I'm a different type of animal. Because you could say any little fake shit and then let it slide and people let it slide up. But not with me. You can't just say anything and I just run with it. No. I analyze everything that you say and everything that you do. Until then, man, peace.